Hello everyone, this is Srirambalajigit. In this video, we'll walk you through how to transform software development for Power Platform using Microsoft Copilots and custom Copilots. Let's get started. Microsoft provides multiple copilots to assist development teams build Power Platform solutions. For example, if you see the developer category here, for the Power Platform, we have Copilot in Power Apps, Copilot in Power Automate, Copilot in Power Pages, Copilot in Power BI, and we also have GitHub Copilot. In addition to the Microsoft Copilots, we can also build our own custom Copilots to assist development teams. In this series, I'll walk you through how to combine the power of the Microsoft built-in Copilots with the custom Copilots we can build to so that we can actually accelerate software development. So let's start with the requirements phase. In the requirements phase, these are a few tools we can use. So we can use a Power Platform Architect. This is a custom Copilot which we can use to generate a data model and ERD. I'll be showing it in a bit. And we can use Copilot in Canvas apps for creating database table and Canvas app uh, for building any kind of prototypes during the requirements phase. And the last but not least, we can also summarize the requirement as well as elaborate requirements using the Microsoft Copilot. So let's start with the Power Platform Architect Copilot. Here, what I'm doing is I'm asking to give me a data model for a dealer management system. So the Copilot comes up with the multiple tables you have in a dealer management system. So what I can do, I can just copy this. For now, I'll just copy dealer and paste this in the table Copilot. So once I do that, once I paste this, it's going to go ahead and create a table. So if I'm happy with this, then I can say create an app. So this is going to create a Canvas app for me. So what I can do, I can actually enhance the Canvas app in the Canvas app designer. I can add a screen, change all that I can do using the Copilot that resides within the Canvas app designer. Moving on, uh, this is about how to summarize a requirement. In the left, I have a user story, which is a title, accept criteria, and a description. What I'm asking is summarize the document in 2 lines. I just want a very short description or a summary of this requirement. I can do using Microsoft Copilot. So this is what it's given 2 line summary here. And also, I can elaborate on a requirement I have. For example, here, the same user story, I want to elaborate on the acceptance criteria. So I can ask Microsoft Copilot to do that. So it will come back with the elaborate user story requirement. Now let's go to the design phase. Let's see how we can use copilots in the design phase. Here, there's a Power Platform Architect Copilot. It's a custom Copilot which we can use to create sequence diagrams, use case diagrams, system context diagrams, and ERDs. And you can also use it to give a detailed approach. That's basically a technical approach for whatever scenario. Let's go through a quick demo. Yeah, let's start with generating a sequence diagram. So this is the requirement. So I'm saying create a sequence diagram and I just outline what is my requirement. And this actually gives me the UML diagram. This is in the plant UML format. Just moving on. I'll ask the Copilot to generate a use case diagram for a sales system, and I specify what are the use cases. So here, the Copilot comes with a UML diagram, which is for the use case. So this is in plant UML format. You can actually paste it in any kind of a online plant UML tool so you can get the visual representation of it. The third one is the system context diagram. So I can ask it to generate a system context diagram and for a sales system here. So what it does, it actually gives an explanation, and also it gives it in the plant UML format that you can use it in any of the plant UML designers. The next one is the ERD diagram for a dealer management system. So what it does is it actually returns a ERD in plant YAML format, and this we can use it in a plant YAML tool. The last one is for a detailed upload. Let's say I say I have a Dynamics 365 form for inventory. When I click the ribbon button for process inventory, it should call a JavaScript that will call an action to process the inventory. Provide the detailed approach using Dynamics 365. So this will give you an elaborate, detailed approach for this, uh, technical requirement. Let's go over the copilots we can use in the development phase. We can create tables using the Copilot in Power Apps. We can also create Canvas apps and the related table using Copilot in Power Apps. We can create flows using Copilot in Power Automate. We can create web pages using Copilot in Power Pages. Let's jump over to the custom copilots. So we can create the Procode Dataverse plugins using the custom Power Platform Developer Copilot. We can create workflows using custom Power Platform Developer Copilot. We can create liquid code using the Power Platform Developer Copilot. This also allows you to create PCF controls uh, and fetch XML based on the natural language query. And finally, GitHub Copilot we can use for creating plugins, workflows, and client scripts. Let's go one by one. Let's start with creating the tables using the Copilot in Power Apps. So here I'm saying like create a table for vehicle inspections. This gives you table. We can actually modify what are the extra columns we need, or rename column, and so on and so forth. So then finally, I can say when I'm happy, I can say create. So once I do that, it creates a vehicle inspection table based on the natural language prompts what I give before. So this is the creation of the table. Moving on, what you can also do in Copilot in Power Apps is you can create an app. So what I'm saying here is create an app to track leaves. So this gives the columns for leave management, leave ID, employee name, leave type, start date, and so on. For now, I'm just going to retain those columns. When I say create app, so what it's going to do in the background, it's going to create a Dataverse table in the same structure it showed earlier, as also a Canvas app based on that Dataverse table structure. Right. So here we see a Canvas app for leaves. Within the Canvas apps designer, we also have Copilot. So what we can do is we can add a screen, change fields, so on and so forth. For now, we'll not cover that. So this is basically the Copilot in Power Apps. So let's move on to the next Copilot. This is Copilot in Power Automate. So here what I'm saying is a natural language prompt will be when new row is created in a Dataverse table, send an email. So when I describe the flow, it actually creates the steps for me. So you can see the triggers and you can see the actions. So when you click next, you can actually choose the table name and the email, the subject, and so on and so forth. And then I can go ahead and create a flow. So this is the flow that has been created for me. So here you see the trigger and you see the action here, sending an email. So I can actually modify it. This is just a Copilot. So you are feel free to actually modify whatever changes you want to make specific to your requirement. So moving on, here is the Copilot in Power Pages. So what I do here is I give a prompt saying create a website to manage employee onboarding. When you do that, it just gives a site a name, so you can change that as well as the web address. So if you're happy with it, I can go ahead and click next. This shows a site layout, so you can actually customize it in the Design Studio. So I can go ahead and click next, and it also asks you the common pages you'd like to add. Here, like I choose an about us page or FAQ page, onboarding process, and the resources page. So once you are happy with that, I can click done. So for now, I'm actually not creating the Power Pages. So this is the Copilot and Para, just a brief overview on that. So moving on, we'll switch to the custom copilots. Predominantly, we'll be using the Power Platform Developer Copilot here. So if you see here, the first thing I'm asking it is to create a Dynamics 365 plugin. On creation of account, it needs to create a task. So it gives the explanation as well as the plugin. So you can just copy and paste this code. This is just a starter code. You can actually modify according to your requirement. Just moving on. The next one is using the custom Copilot for creating a custom workflow. So here I'm asking to create a custom workflow, which creates a task on creation of account. So this will create a custom workflow activity for me. The next thing is Power Pages. In Power Pages, let's say I have a requirement for liquid code. So I can say give a liquid code for this requirement. I'm specifying if a user's full name is John Smith, say hello John. So this is a very simple one, but you can actually give your requirement there, and it's going to generate a liquid code for Power Pages for you. The next one is the PCF control generation. So here I'm asking to generate a PCF control for a colored text box. So it gives you the explanation as well as the TypeScript for creating the PCF control. The next thing is, let's say I want to create a fetch XML using a natural language prompt. So for here, I'm saying get full name, last name from contact filtered by full name starting with John. So this gives me an equivalent fetch XML for me. Let's go over the copilots in the testing phase. The first one is creating test cases using the custom Power Platform Tester Copilot. The second one is the easy repro automation tests we can create using the custom Power Platform Tester Copilot. And the third is test data generation using the custom Power Platform Tester Copilot. Here we are actually generating fictitious data. The last one is creating a fake XRM easy automation test using the custom Power Platform Tester Copilot. Let's go over one by one. Let's start with generating a manual test case and for the below user story. So you give a user story and then ask the Power Platform Tester Copilot to generate a manual test case. So here you can see it generated a test case for this user story. The next one is the fake XRM automation test case. So here what I'm saying is give me a fixed XRM easy example for a below test case, and I'll give the test case here and along with the test case description. So what this does is it just converts that natural language into fake XRM easy code as it is outlined here. The next one is the easy repro automation test case. So what I'm saying here, give me an easy repro example for the below test case, and then I outline the test case name and all the steps in the test case. So this generates the easy repro code for the test case above. The next one is generating the fictitious test data. So I'm just specifying the requirement for the test data. I'm saying, hey, I want all the technology students based in various countries across Latin America. For each student, I include the following details and so on and so forth. So based on this, it actually creates me the fictitious test data. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, hit the like button and press the bell icon to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.